Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am working on a brand Tall Tales, and basically this brand is about a bookstore and cafe, and it is more than a bookstore as it is written in the brief which is given by the client. And there are some brand values that are mentioned here, and the target audience, what are the interests and hobbies of a target audience of this brand. So let's start with the design inspiration. So this is a design inspiration that I have collected from different designers websites, and according to my interest, and most importantly according to the brand values and brand mission and their other brand strategy. So basically I have collected the pictures so you guys can see that these logos contain the mug of tea and the book directly into the incorporated into the logo, and this make the logo quite cheap, and it is not going to work for any brand that have very that look to stand out, that missions to stand out from the competitors. So these are quite quite messy, and these are not going to work for the brand, and these are big no for the brand. I'm going to delete these type of inspirations and these type of logos that are not going to work for any brand. So that these are the few sketches that I have made on the sketchbook, and I have written some important points from the brief on the left side, and made some sketches on the right hand side. Out of these sketches we finalize the one of the sketch that I'm going to illustrate in the Adobe Illustrator. So basically this is a sketch that is not look quite symmetrical, but I'm going to make it symmetrical by using simple geometrical shapes, and I'm using the ellipse tool along with the pen tool as well, and divide the shape by using pathfinder tool and remove the lower side of the shape. So this is the semicircle that I have achieved, and now I am going to make these this is done. So this is and you guys will see that at the end of the process I have make certain changes to the logo as well, because according to the needs of the brand, and which things will make our logo timeless, scalable, and many more things need to keep in mind while designing a logo for a brand, and who invent themselves and have a very keen eye on their competitors, that how they can stand out and differentiate and build their brand, give their brand a value, and can serve their audience a different kind of perspective. I'm making that shape by using pen tool, and now I'm taking the copy of that, adjusting the anchor point firstly. So now I'm going to take copy of that and reflect it. So this is it. Actually these two shapes represent an open book, a pages of a book, and like a book that is read several times, because the pages are quite curved, have the curvatures in it, pages that shapes. So this give a feel of something like a book that is read by many people or many times, a vintage feeling. I have drawn that line at the middle, so I can find the midpoint of the logo by viewing it from the outline view, going back to the JPG view. So I'm going to draw the whorls on the outside of the logo, and these whorls are actually like some like steam coming out from hot drinks, hot beverages, and joined together. And I'm using the pen tool to make a proper shape of that whorl, it's not in order to adjust the anchor points. I'm using the smooth tool. In addition, I think this curvature is good enough. Now I'm taking the copy of that shape of that was like steam that coming from the hot beverages, and adjusting it in a proper direction. I think this is quite looking, zooming in and adjusting it. I think yes, it is quite pretty. I'm taking another copy of that shape, and no, I think this is not work. I'm going to make it bigger so that it should touch the end midpoint of the logo. Now while grouping them, and I'm increasing the width of the stroke, and now I make a group of these shapes, and now I will reflect them and take another copy, adjust them. The basic shape of the logo is complete. This is it. You guys can see that now moving towards the text selection. Also, these are the few fonts that I have selected, and check it out and get rid one by one which are going to work and which are not. So the first one is quite wide and tall. I don't think it is actually sans serif font. Don't think that it can give a feel of vintage. Delete it. In the second, I think second one is not, I don't know why I have chosen it, so remove it without any compliment. Okay, the third one is, I like the length of that font, but again it is not going to work. This is quite wide and italics variant, but okay, so this can work. Let's compare it with others. One font can work, but see it later. Okay, this font is amazing. I cannot keep my eyes away from this font. This one is not going to work. I think delete it. Now these four fonts are finalized one, but I like the last one. It has grunge effect in it, but don't get the feel of what the brand is trying to convey to its audience. I don't think the last font is going to work. Delete it. So I have these three fonts, and after discussing it with the client, we have chosen the last one. So now moving towards the logo evolution, actually the logo evolution during the design process. So this is the logo that I have drawn from the logo sketch, sorry. But moving toward the swipe towards left, we will see that I have made certain differences. I have removed that semicircle from that shape because it looks quite better. And next I have made this line moving inward, and guys can see the difference. It looks quite pretty. In the next one, I have introduced the lavender petals for a reason. In the logo, in the upper, the lavender petals touch the corners of the that steam like elements, and in the lower, these lavender petals are away from that steam like element vector shapes. In the next one, I have tried the colored version, and in the right bottom, I have removed that baseline to make it look like more attractive and more minimal. And moving towards the right, I have tried certain sub marks, and the last one is going to work perfectly for the brand, and it is done. In the next, I have tried the color version as well, but it is not going to work. And so the right one is our final logo, and let's move towards the color version of the logo and the mockups and animation. You guys will see that the illustration that is drawn from the logo sketch differ from it both symmetrically, and in the final design decisions we have made certain design changes to the logo illustration. Original logos is illustration that is drawn directly from the logo sketch, by using different geometrical tools and pen tool. Even during the design process, the design evolves.
Hola, hola, hello. Tu Marcel, hôtel, allô. Tu me donnais plus trop de nouvelles quand j'avais la tête sous l'eau. Avec ou sans alliés, j'aurais bâti ma vie loin du mal et des mots. J'ai franchi les paliers, ma bonté m'a fait défaut. Est-ce que je dois méfier de toi plus que les autres? Ton cœur me veut mais tu ne me dis pas les choses. Allô, 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 LBN et je deviens paro, paro.